That would be fair.
Hold on, homie. Give me just a second, homie.
Okay.
It's 12:15. And we're on Where's the Line?
It's 12:15.
It's 12:15. This is Where's the Line.
How you doing?
Kind of a monumental week. Tomorrow.
Monumental.
Yeah. Tomorrow's show is called Chapter End.
Look at that.
Damn.
I got callers too. I got debt callers too.
Debt relief.
Debt relief. They
Coming
know
to
I need
save
it. Right?
So we're having a good morning, right? Wouldn't you say? I mean,
I think so.
well, we're working through. It's so much. I feel like the most important thing we can do is publicly work through stuff.
Right.
It sounds goofy. I know. It's. That's what the show's about. The thing that's crushing me is when I'm trying to deal with everybody like they've taken their masks off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to not have mine on, which means I'm going to screw up along the way. Because you're going to be human.
Right.
Like, if you wear the right mask, you shut up, you say the right things, you do the right stuff, but you're not there.
Right.
I don't want anybody to not be here.
See, I have a problem of I keep looking at the polished product
Mm-hmm.
and forgetting it was once a turd. I keep forgetting that.
Dude, we woke up day after day with Mr. Hanky staring us straight in the fucking face.
Well, no, I tell you.
No,
Yes.
straight up think about that for a minute. That's a poo on your chest when you wake up in the morning. Looking at you like, hi. Oh man, my voice won't even do it. Can you say hi ho for me? Ooh, there he is. But those shows were about the reality. Every show we do, for those of you that haven't figured it out, of the non-existent viewers out there, whichever imaginary one you are, the shows are supposed to be about us not putting on a show. They're about the realities. I was going to say real. And then the realities that are universal about life. There's a struggle that when it's everybody, we're all trying to figure it out. And that doesn't mean every day you're going to go, hey, you know what? I think the sun is shining. Let's make that a thing we can agree on. Well, some days the sun's not fucking shining. And some days I talk about our differences. Because I think that's an important part of pointing out how not different we are.
I never, like, I didn't think about this until yesterday.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, when I was in,
Back when you were in Nam.
for some reason, when I was in New York,
Real.
I had a really easy time talking about race and accepting race jokes. Like, they just
Right.
all fell off me.
I don't try to make
No.
specific...
It's
No,
like,
no.
It's like, it's very different, because I guess here, I'm not used to it. Like, I'm not so used to, I should be by now, but I'm not so used to, like, oh, random race joke. Oh, throw one back. Like, I'm
Right.
not used to the throwing
Well,
back and
'cause
forth. And I guess I might have left that at the airport.
we end up
you know?
we
Like-
end up in a situation the other day.
Yeah.
Where literally I found myself actually offended by the use of the word cracker, and I have never been it has always been a joke. It has always been, and so I tried to joke back. And in that moment, if somebody had just, if everybody had laughed like, no, not you, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying? But
I thought I
that
did
was
that,
an
but I guess I
awkwardness.
didn't do as much as I thought. Because
No, it's human.
obviously it wouldn't have, because it didn't seem like it rolled off.
I
seemed
immediately
like it
felt
stuck.
like I finally understood what it was like if I was a person of color in a room full of white guys that told an off-color joke and then looked at him like, well, of course, that's okay. We can say that.
Right.
And I don't know why I ended up with that weird attachment to it.
Right.
I don't, in general, I make
Well,
cracker jokes all the time.
It's,
I tried to joke
you
back.
did try to joke back. You did. And
It was the double down that fucked with me.
I didn't respond well. I don't think, I
I think we were all a little freaked.
I was like, from what I remember, I was freaked into silence. Like, I don't remember saying anything, and I know that that's not really the way to go about that. But, um, I mean,
I don't think we're in a, I actually, so.
I think we're in a better place though.
I think.
I hope so.
Well, no, the thing I find over and over again is we hide these bits. And we store them up. And then when we get them out and actually deal with them, they're nowhere near that bad. I don't think you're a bad guy. I hope you don't think I'm a bad guy. I think we're human.
I remember an entire argument between my African friend and my Jewish friend about who had it worse. Exactly. I swear. Dude, it was like, and then I saw that same thing on
Justice and Gandhi.
No, I saw that same thing on what do you call it? On
YouTube?
No. It was a show we were watching. Judd Apatow. His first, like, he said it's his best show or whatever.
Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks. I saw it on Freaks and Geeks and I was like, dude, that just reminds me of the conversation.
Well, okay, so
like,
what we were talking about today's and dude, you're my homie to the end. We were talking the other day, and for those of you that don't pay attention, sometimes we fight, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what happens is it just builds up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed it. We'll have a big one. We'll work through a bunch of stuff, and it'll be like a dam bursting. Then all of a sudden we can reassess. It's like, okay, this stuff is out where we can deal with it. Let's deal with that. Let's move to this next thing.
Well, there's a difference. There's a difference between growing pains and you're in an abusive situation.
Urine's bad.
I haven't felt like, sometimes I'll like feel like, okay, we're being really, really abusive to each other right now.
We blow up.
But I also know that overall, we're pretty nice to each other and we treat each other. I would like to say we treat each other pretty
I think
overall. I think
that in the world of humans, and I have worked places where what you did was you just held it all in and nobody. I actually think we do a better job of dealing with stuff.
Okay.
That, yeah, we're human and we get to the point of you shutting down and me getting louder is what we do. Like, we get to the point of you shutting down and me getting louder. Yes.
Well, we, in our arguments, it's almost like we're both completely comfortable saying what we feel we need to say.
You know what?
Which is not always a good thing.
Do you remember who called right after our argument?
Your mom.
My mom.
Yeah.
She pointed out how much more comfortable you are. That now you feel like you can say what you need to say. That she talked about the earlier shows and feeling like, that you weren't.
Well, I tell you what though, the thing that I said yesterday, it was part truth.
What, that I'm an asshole?
And part reaction.
Oh.
No, it was part truth and part reaction. I'll tell you that because I had those thoughts, but I didn't have enough evidence to actually put any credence to them. I didn't have any. I didn't feel like it was an actual claim. So when I said it, part of what it was okay, I have these feelings. This is the closest I can come to maybe having an answer for you.
Well, and we talked about a million directions. I'm going to give this
out as the answer, and then I realized after I shouldn't have said that, just because of the fact that I don't feel like I had enough to make that claim. I don't feel like I had enough.
Well, the cool part is, man, we had some deep conversations the rest of the day too. There were moments we talked about, like, you came back after I got off the phone and we just sat for a while and we talked. And I think that's the trick on being real homies. That real homies got to be able to tell you the good and the bad. There's a difference between, those of you that don't know, I'm an old ex-con. And a buddy of mine in prison explained the difference between cats and dogs.
Cats will tell you what it is.
It's great to have dogs. You know what? Your dogs will be there for you. They're loyal to the end. Loyal, but they'll let you do stupid shit. You can literally kick your dog and then he will be happy to see you. Okay, that's great to have around. Oh, great, I can rely on that. A cat will only be there because he loves you and he believes in you. But if you fuck up, he will shit in the middle of your bed. And you know what?
I never had a cat shit in my bed, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
I have. Fuck. That was when Archie would get mad at Sean. Sean's real, wants all the sheets straight, and
Yeah.
you know how she is. She's very, house got to be everything at wrong angles in my head, because my straight is different than hers.
Yeah,
But
you guys have a interesting thing going on as far as like what needs to be cleaned and what doesn't. It's funny. It's funny to me.
It makes no sense to me
No,
at
it
all.
doesn't. It doesn't. Mine is weird too, so I don't even.
Yeah, no, you get.
I get persnickety about dumb shit. So
I like chips on the floor. Fine with it. Shit on the fucking table. Hell no. What are you doing? Why is there shit on the table?
What the fuck are you doing?
My mom would go around the house and square off all the flat surfaces, and that was called cleaning in our house. That you'd go around and you know, everything. Because look, it's all square.
Yeah.
It all looks nice somehow.
Right.
Because everybody looks around and they're like, it's cluttered, but there's an order to it. It doesn't make any sense, but you obviously think you know where you put this plate. Last night I had this idea. Speaking of which, homie, of a show where there's a camera right here,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sitting in that chair,
Oh.
and I'm like, if I was reading or just
Okay,
talking to
yeah,
people,
yeah.
like as a from the
I'm actually down for that. We can do that. That's
right.
easy.
That I was looking at
Just
that
move
going.
one of the
and-
cameras or something.
Well, I'll put this mic just off to the side, so you see the
Yeah,
mic though. So the mic's part of this, like it's the director's chair and the mic
I
and
like that.
the silver mic. And you're like, today,
Today. No,
And we were talking today about. Okay, so let's back up a minute.
Back it up.
Dream sequence, homies.
Okay.
My entire thesis on how to change the world is about homies.
Okay.
It's about the concept that what you do, that the most powerful thing I'm doing in this world right now is simply going, have you met my friends?
Right.
That the more people I can go, hey, have you met my friends? The more people that feel like they're seen as people, not just as we've totally devalued it. We're not seeing people as people. What are we seeing them as? We're not. What's this fake construct we're all walking around with? This thing, we project all of our fear onto all of it. What we need is homies, not dogs. Sorry. It's great to have dogs, but we need to not. None of us need to be dogs no
I
more.
tell you what, man. I think I had a hard time accepting this, but you're probably my best friend.
Thank you.
Like
You're
I
probably my best
mean
friend
that
too.
seriously, because like you're one of the few people that not only have I felt comfortable being shitty to, also
Concur, doctor. You
Well,
concur.
you didn't judge me for it. Like
Oh.
I think sometimes I can think you're judging me
Yeah.
in conversation,
I'm working
and I
so
know
hard at that.
you do the same thing. It's not even like that's a hard thing to get around. Just in
Yeah,
general,
yeah.
you know. But I know that when I feel judged, your first thought is that's not what this is about. That's not. I want to make sure that you know, and I try not. I try to stop myself from getting so defensive because I know that.
Well, but I am screaming,
It
so it
gets-
is kind of reasonable.
Well, yeah. Sometimes, like when I freeze up completely and I don't have anything else to say, I'm kind of like, damn. I just.
Kian was
I can't.
pacing upstairs yesterday, scared to death because we were fighting.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I don't know if you realize this, we are a very real part of their world. You know,
I noticed something was wrong when Sean said, "Hey." we both. I think we both had just screamed at each other, and she was like, "Hey!"
good times.
I was like,
There's a history of people screaming at each other in this basement. There's a lot of that.
Okay,
That's kind of a dick.
well, that makes me feel better, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of a dick.
Well, I'm kind of a dick too, so yeah. Just a pair of dicks.
Just a pair of dicks.
I couldn't finish it. I'm sorry.
All I can picture is those cartoons where the dick is rolling along on its balls, and it's like two dicks.
No, it's gotta be.
little-
It's gotta be the.
the
dick
funniest
from,
part is-
it's gotta be the dick from South Park when Mr. Garrison cut his dick
No,
off.
no, no, no.
Yeah, I swear.
I'm telling you, no, there's a video where the dick is moving around, and what it's doing is the balls are working like wheels, and he's up like this. And for some reason, I picture two dicks.
What the
And
fuck?
the odd part is, actually, the black dick's a little smaller than the white dick, because, I mean, I don't know about the dicks. But so it's a cartoon, we're rolling along as dicks, and we're looking around, and that's, God, we have little tiny arms, I've noticed. Do-do-do-do, and our balls are rolling, and we're just looking, and do-do-do.
It's gotta be animated like Disney. If there's any animators around, please animate two dicks like Disney.
Oh, stop.
Please.
Stop.
Please do
I know people
Do
to
it.
talk to, and we're not going to do that yet. Maybe someday.
Okay.
Maybe someday all of these will. Maybe someday all of our shows will be animated as us as penises. That's the dream.
I don't think all of our shows should be like that.
Just maybe it's just two penises rising from either side of the. We actually already look rather dickish, to be honest. We're halfway there if we just go.
I actually sit up straight. You know?
I tell everybody. I
look so
tell everybody
classy.
you're actually standing up over there. That I'm sitting down, but
Oh,
you're standing
really?
up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't say
I'm
that.
Not, but you know, I think I probably reached that.
Yeah. No, you're that tall.
I think I'm that.
You're about.
I might be shorter than that, actually. No. I'm about
Yeah,
that.
you're still in camera even. Don't go this way too far. Stay
Yeah,
that way.
what's
Yeah. Ta-da, 'cause otherwise you disappear. You see, make your hand disappear, and then where's the line sign? See my hand disappear.
Into the nether.
Into the nether. Wonder Twins activate. The hard part is we all need homies. I mean, we started off this week on isolation. I'm talking about how even at the moments we're shutting down, it's odd. There's a desperation to be seen and be unseen in that isolation. It's totally
I
messes
agree.
with you.
I agree, because
I'm totally alone. Nobody sees me. God, I hope nobody sees me.
one
I'm
of the
totally alone.
weirdest, I think one of the weirdest arguments we've ever had was when we were both trying to talk about how shitty our experience was.
Right?
And we started arguing about, no, mine's shittier.
I'm telling you, measuring always
I
causes
swear to
problems.
I swear to God, we were literally arguing about who had it shittier.
And
And-
it's once. So here's the thing I always try to remember and don't always succeed at. The one thing that's universal is suffering and struggle. The one thing that we're all going through.
Mhm.
You know, that there's no measurement. That I guarantee Johnny Depp is he's having a great week, man. He is rolling all over Amber Heard. Dear God.
Dude,
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
I've been watching.
I have
I've
been
watching a
watching
little
it.
bit. I've been tuning in, man.
Did you see the guy that
The
was in the car and started driving while he was testifying?
no, what happened?
So they get done and the judge is just sitting there and she's just shaking her head and they show her for a minute and she's just dumbfounded. And finally she's talking to the prosecutor or someone. She goes, I've never in my life seen anything like that before.
What happened?
He's vaping.
Uh-huh.
He's in a car. So he's testifying by Zoom.
Oh,
He's vaping and he starts the car and he's driving down the street testifying.
Who did it? You know?
It was the defense witnesses, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure though.
Dude.
But the best is, did you hear him refer to she left a grumpy?
Oh yeah, she took a shit on his bed, dude. That's cat behavior.
No, but he literally called it a grumpy too.
He called it a grumpy?
Yeah.
No
It was
way.
Brilliant.
Ain't no way.
Oh my God, the transcripts are great, and he is such a beautiful man. And
Well, no, you know what's crazy though?
I am so glad to have Johnny Depp back because
What's
he
crazy-
disappeared into that craziness.
What's crazy about it
Speaking
is
of homies,
the reason he fought so hard to have the cameras in there is because they did all of this shit in the UK. In the UK, they did this entire trial, but none of it was recorded.
mm-hmm.
So it just got lost in the transcripts of what
Well,
really happened
no,
and
the
stuff like that.
the worst part was
Yeah,
he got dragged through the mud so hard that Disney kicked him.
exactly.
Now so this is what
I think he's won in the court of public opinion. I think Johnny can make a comeback now.
Oh, I think
After this case is over, I think he's about to really make a comeback. I think.
Well, no,
But I don't know. I don't know.
I think the man wants some quiet probably right now.
Probably, yeah. I don't think he needs to go into acting, but what I'm saying is
So if
that
anybody can set it up, what I want is a sweat lodge.
well,
I want some ayahuasca, some cannabis, me, Johnny Depp, and Bill Murray.
don't worry. Yeah.
And I want to, ooh, and Stephen King. And I want to,
Fuck no, I can't go with Stevie.
man, so anyways, homies. You know, we were watching a show the other day where the guy, all his homies were trying to hook him up, but really he was trying to do the right thing. Every homie was lying for him. He's like, what the?
It's a guy thing,
Yeah,
and he was like, he was still trying to get married, and then he was like, I don't want to get married like this, man.
it worked out.
It did, because he got a girl, she got a guy, you know, it worked out.
She got the guy from Reno 911.
He got his brother.
Mm-hmm.
She literally moved ladder.
Felix Unger from the remake of
Yeah.
The Odd Couple. Speaking
Yeah.
of homies,
Homies.
well, here's the thing. As much as we're all independent and we got to walk our walk and walk our path, having people to walk with makes it a lot easier.
You know, I saw a quote that was like, if you worked alone and you made it alone, celebrate it alone.
I don't think it has as much meaning.
No, the meaning to it was you need to work with other people. At least to me, I want to work with other
don't
people
celebrate
so
alone.
that exactly.
Right.
Don't
Okay,
celebrate alone. Don't work alone. Don't be alone.
That I keep trying to reach out and build a community around me of just people. Not, don't get me wrong. Oh my God, I had such a beautiful conversation today. My sweet friend Joy Howell, who's trying to figure out where she stands spiritually in the world. We just had, you know what? I needed that conversation so much, and she felt like I was so there for her. And really, what I felt like was I was reminded of the difference in how I see it.
Mm.
I don't see it as everybody else is wrong, or that I'm right.
What do you see?
We're all trying to figure it out. Where's the line? That the reality is, ask questions. You know, let yourself feel it. But realize that the suffering part's guaranteed. Start looking for the other part. And there isn't a faith out there that doesn't believe in compassion. Whether or not they're practicing it, that's not the point. Everybody's judging everybody. I'm going, wait a minute, but I see the seeds everywhere. God, you can't watch a Disney movie without finding a compassionate outlook, a belief in mindfulness. Kung Fu Panda, it was you all along. You just didn't have faith.
Yeah, Disney movies are kind of known for that.
Well,
at least I think.
And that's the point.
They're kind of known for
that. In our culture, our Western culture, where we think we're not thinking like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are. The compassionate is not as far away as people think. The hard part is your enemies, the people you hate the most, are feeling all that same stuff inside of them that you are. And they think they're doing the right thing to protect theirs, to take care of theirs. That somehow there's this we're not all homies outlook. Mine versus yours. Measuring things. Who had it worse? Who should get more? But that's what it really.
Dude, that conversation was so stupid. Literally watching the two of them argue about that, I was like, that's hilarious.
For some reason, as humans, and I apologize for as grossly as I'm going to put this, dick measuring is an obsession.
I tell you what, the way that I observed it,
mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, different shit. You know, it's like we all go through really, really rough experiences, and whether or not that rough experience is stretched out over 400 years with a lot of terrible ish going on, or it's a really, really horrifying couple of years.
How do you go
mixed with a whole bunch of anti-Semitism sprinkled in? You know, like whatever your experience is.
and go, wait a minute,
Right.
that's not me.
Right. Exactly.
Why am I claiming victimhood from my ancestors? You know, it's not limited to any group.
Okay,
So it hit me when I was in Thailand because racism is a real thing in Asia.
Mhm. That's true.
Those of you that are sitting here
Let's
going,
be honest,
well, wait a
racism
minute,
is a
I
real
can't
thing
tell
everywhere.
I can't tell the Asians apart. Well, you know what? They can't tell us apart, so get over it.
Yeah.
That there was a thing relative to immigrants from China tended to hundreds of years, thousands of years ago, whatever, hundreds of
Yeah.
years ago, a long time ago, had money and came.
Yeah.
They hired, they had the other people they made work the fields.
Mhm.
Sound familiar? So the people of the lower caste
Okay.
are darker
They work
because
in the
they're
fields.
outside. And so it literally becomes about pigment of skin again. And you're like, wait, but they don't have our history. It's a human thing. In China, they've decided the Chinese that are Muslim are not Chinese, even though that's relative to where you're born and they were.
It's crazy because, like, at least from what my family has described to me, it seems like in Guyana, there's a weird dynamic where the Indians who pick the cane are, like, seen as second-class citizens, as compared to the black, like, citizens who stopped working on the cane fields because they didn't have to anymore, because slavery was made illegal. So they were like, we're done working there. And then,
but somebody got hired to do it.
The UK,
and they work less than any, and
they started indentured servitude back up, and they brought Indians from India to still cut cane. So it was like,
and now they're Indians that were born in Guyana.
Exactly.
They've lived there their whole life.
Or I have cousins who are like born from black parents or born from black and Indian parents.
Okay, Blindian.
Yeah, something like that.
Like Blasian, but different.
Still Blasian technically, but
I'm Blasian, but I'm a Blindian, not like Tiger Woods.
Shut up.
Do the Blindians and the Blasians get along?
I don't know.
I bet they draw. They draw just like everybody else. They draw a line.
You're like, hey, I'm not associated with him.
I'm telling you, they're gonna get into. You're not Indian.
One half of me is different.
You're not Indian enough, and I'm not Asian. You're not Asian enough. Exactly.
Well, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. We bleed red, I think.
And so I've gotten to a point of, man, if I hurt somebody, I feel it. That cuts. I'm a part of it. I'm no different than you. You are me. Not like we're you and you me. We're all connected, though. We're all separate and all connected. That's the part that messes with everybody.
Right.
It feels great to feel the connection, but that fear of the void where you feel all alone.
Right.
No homies there with you now.
No homies.
Singularity. You're just, it's all one thing, and guess what?
We are the board.
To some extent.
Yeah, the board is pretty cool, man.
So tomorrow is the end of the first chapter.
Tomorrow's the end of the first chapter. I posted on Twitter. It's not Friday yet.
That's true. It's not Friday yet. It's not Friday yet. I was talking to somebody at the bank on Tuesday, and I said to them, as I often do, well, Tuesday better than Monday, but it still ain't Friday. Worst part about Tuesday, next day ain't Friday. Day after that ain't Friday. It's too far away. You get to Wednesday, you're at hump day, you're over it.
Right.
You get to Thursday, you're on the downward slide.
We're going down.
But what we need, as this chapter that's just me and you and birth of a nation, yada yada yada, right? You took my job. You're my homie for life, bro. Thank you. Good. This next chapter is big. it's more pieces. It's, yes, we're a studio, not a podcast. Everybody out there looking at us going, they're just a podcast. That's all they do. Somebody was looking a minute ago. I don't know. But
Did it take away my view? They must have.
they might have.
They must have. Because I had moved to check how much space I had.
Do you share it? Is that the one share? It says one share. Somebody shared it. Maybe it was Echo.
Normally, I don't remember till like halfway through the show anyway. But
good news. We're going to pay Facebook tomorrow. So that in May we'll have advertisements.
Well.
And who knows? If May goes well, in June we might still have a house.
Guys. Please donate.
Oh, it is what it is, man. It's going to land where it lands.
It's going to land where it may.
The reality is, no, I want your voice to be heard. That's what this is about. This isn't about Matt talks all the time. Okay, yeah, it is. But this first show represents who we are. We want to hear each other and have real conversations. We want to dig into it when it's hard. We want to hear people's truths, their experience, not assumptions or masks or come convince me of something. I want people to tell me their stories. You know what? Tomorrow we're going to make it more readily available so people can just, you know what? If you want to come talk, drop me a line. We'll figure it out. I don't care who you are. I want to hear your story.
I got people I could call.
Absolutely.
I've been talking.
Having
conversations.
Well, here's the crazy part. One of the possibilities with stories, right now we're talking about it as you'll sit on that side as producer and I'll sit over here and interview. Maybe there are people that you want to be the prime interviewer on.
Right.
Maybe there are times where what we want to do is be both of us interviewing.
Right.
That, either way, we're going to have input. But I was just thinking about that, you know what? There may be people that you've got the questions. I want right. The most important part of this journey, and it just dawned on me, thanks, Mom. All of this was necessary for the next chapter. It's the skill set. It's honing our homies. Honing our homies.
Cojones?
Cojones? No cojones.
No cojones?
No homo. The point is, though, that it takes friends. And it takes good friends.
Yeah.
It takes people that'll go. Part of the problem is, though, everybody's looking at me going, dude, you're crazy. And I'm going, yeah, I am. I'm headed to see the rapist later.
Crazy. I didn't get it. But,
Therapist.
Oh. I was like, what?
Say the and read say the and read the rest of the word.
Yeah, I know.
I so offended a therapist with that joke one day. She was just like, that's not funny. I go over the line. I'm edgy here. That's not the way I want boy whores to die. God, that was
They have no context.
I know, right? That's the so best. Oh, it's so much better.
Oh my god!
So I can give context.
Yeah, you can. You can literally just post a clip if you want.
You know that would be.
Post the joke.
We should post it. I want to interview him.
Post the joke, dude.
There's a comedian, and he is on the edge, and he is so friggin' funny. You should
tag him in it. I'll be able to say something. You should tag him in it, cause
I should just start off by finding out what his name is. See if he's on Facebook in general.
I might have to rewatch the thing. What was it called? The Unbookables?
The Unbookables. Okay, it's okay, so recently we watched a show called Doug Stanhope's The Unbookables. And because it's we both have a love of comedy and stand up.
I'll try and do some producing while you're gone, and I'll actually look for him.
That'd be cool. That would be awesome.
Like work maybe and post on the studio.
I would be greatly touched. Because you can go on an app, operate as the studio page, and go like people.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I think you gotta make me an admin.
I thought I did. I thought you were. You
I don't
could
think
log in as me and make you an
that
admin.
is true too.
If I've already said
Yeah,
you
good
could log
point.
in as me, why are you looking at me going, I gotta log in to make you an admin?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're already
Click.
logged in. I mean,
Not really, actually. Well, yeah, I am sort of, but only in one spot.
only in one spot on the on the. Did you pick the app or did you go with the?
I always go in the app.
Okay.
I always shut down all my windows, and so because one of the things I found is, speaking of homies, people that do websites are not your homies because man, they'll have all those constant little clips that are the advertisements that are built into the page, not like ad clips, not pop-ups. I'm talking about just the ones. Some
The little like the one that you get at the bottom or the
well, it's I
top or...
I play World of Warcraft. Sometimes I can look up information, but I gotta shut those down because man, they've always got crap. They want to make it look all fantasy and there's stuff moving and the more movement on the page, the more you're screwing
I want as simple as possible.
I tend to be going for to read.
I think simple is like
Go to our website. It's as simple
I think
as possible.
I need.
I
actually kind of do want to take a look at it, but I don't know if today's the day to do that.
It'll be a different website by next week.
It'll be a different. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Well, if Matt did anything.
Well, let me know when you want to do something because I want to at least like look at it because I haven't looked at it at all.
You know, you could just go to the.
I don't know what the login and stuff is.
You don't even have to log in to go look at it. You just go to studio586b.online.
Yeah.
Studio586b.online. 586b the line at Gmail.
Yeah.
We got it. Then there's our San Francisco office.
586b tapes.
Roy. Coming soon to Spotify. Music all day long.
More music.
You guys having fun and creating stuff. And we were joking about a Saturday morning show someday.
Saturday.
Yeah, doing a throwback radio show.
Throwback radio.
Welcome this morning to Throwback Radio. Also, why did I go?
For some reason we went Mike Tyson. I don't know why that happened.
I don't know. I felt like I was more like maybe Jersey.
Jersey?
Like over there, you know? It felt like an over there kind of thing. Over there. Hey, we'll do some things. We'll break some legs. It'll be okay.
We'll do some things, break some legs, you know. Theater things, you know.
You got questions. We're not going to give you answers, but we're going to answer them.
I'll do a little jig, break a leg, you know, theater things. You know? I'm not talking about breaking legs, you know. I do have a back, but that's irrelevant to the conversation.
You're putting on a bit of a cockscent.
What?
It's when you try to sound Caucasian, you know, a cockscent.
I didn't even think of that.
I know. No, I'm just fucking. Dude, I am just messing with you. I was going
for a Jersey Italian thing, you know?
See?
Jersey Italian. You know, I was going for that thing.
Italcent?
Italcent? For a second, my brain thought it like translated to some other words, and I was like, "What, bro?"
It's a weird thing, though, that we're constantly.
We've been talking
about accents lately, and people fumbling their way around.
Yeah.
It's a hard. If you're a person that plays on the edge and makes jokes.
Yes.
So that was the whole point.
There was a moment.
So we're watching this show, and these guys are miserable. Miserable.
Dude, there was a moment where we were saying Ching Chong in the song, like in the music, and I was like, I got a little uncomfortable. I don't know if you noticed, but I got a little uncomfortable because I was like, are we supposed to be saying that? Like,
well, I'm telling you, war against racism. We have to accept it as part of who we are that we try to divide people up, and that's how we stop dividing them up. That was my point the other day.
I'm always worried that a joke is hateful. I don't want jokes to be hateful. I feel like what we did the other day was a little hateful. Not the Ching Chong thing, but the other thing.
You might want to stop saying the Ching Chong thing.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're saying the Ching Chong thing was okay.
No.
Which every time you say it makes it sound less okay. Because now it's totally out of context. When we post that and people hear the context, it wasn't meant that way at all.
It wasn't meant that way, no.
But, and now you get it.
Yeah.
And now it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's screwy being human.
Yeah, it's a cluster.
And homies got to stand together with the idea that they're gonna falter.
It's a cluster mixed with a bumble because I don't want to say the F word again.
Yeah, fuck that. Sorry, if you set that up like that, how can I not? I mean,
I gave him a layup. I gave him a love. Yeah.
well, but we have come so far. You have come so far. Matt always talked too much. A number of times, that's
No,
what
it
she
was
said,
the
that I
other-
talk too much.
No, it was the you've come so far. It was.
It was a distance joke.
I love making him uncomfortable.
That was a time, not a distance joke. For those of you paying attention, no, that was a distance, not a time joke.
It was a distance.
How many parsecs did it travel? Those of you that don't know, parsecs are a measurement of length,
Dude,
not time.
in under 12 parsecs, dude, that makes no sense.
Well, no, he took.
I know.
It does
but-
actually what it means.
Uh-huh.
He went through a meteor. He went.
Yeah,
through,
he went through a wormhole or something, right?
No,
Okay.
it was an
You
area,
normally go around, but he went through.
and he went straight through. So he went the shortest
Right.
possible route.
Right.
It's the shortest route taken on record between the 2 points.
That's the closest they get to explaining why he's an amazing pilot.
My
Which
dad,
I love it.
my dad was obsessed with the word parsec,
Parsec.
which is right.
Yeah.
He was working on a video game called Parsec when we had our TI-99, and so I'm gonna give everybody my thoughts on real quick.
On Parsec.
We got 3 minutes. I'm gonna do parsecs because it's my outlook on education.
Okay.
The mistake we keep making is everybody thinks parsec. They go parsecs. He was fast. They're thinking about time. Education shouldn't be based on how long
Mm-hmm.
you learn.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be based on time. It should be based on parsecs. It should be based on distance.
Mhm.
So the confusion in education is they're like, well, you're going to learn for this many years. And really it ought to be you're going as fast as you can to learn as much as you can for the rest of your life. Because there isn't and then you stop here.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not how learning works. It's about distance.
Right. I think
It's about what you learned, not how long you learned. Oh, you sat and learned for this long doesn't mean you know something.
that's very true.
That I think our education system becomes broken because it's actually based on the concept of the traditional, apprentice.
Part of it is I think it's
System.
so easy to go past where the education system is, but also I think it's also really easy to like undershoot as well.
Well, I'm going to
It's a
point.
very, very hit or miss system, and it doesn't take into account the fact that one, kids have the answer in their pocket now.
They
Like
can learn anything.
unequivocally, they have the answer in their pocket now.
Mhm.
So when you hand them a piece of paper that has math problems on it, they're like, "Dude, I can do this with my calculator. Why do I still need this?" Like,
Well, okay, but you need. Okay, so
I
what
get that you need to understand the concepts. I
I
totally
think-
understand that.
the mistake is, we train workers.
Mm.
That even at the university level, we train specific workers to a great extent. Now,
Mhm.
my mom then argues the Bachelor of Arts degree, and I agree. But so here's the end result, though.
Right.
I believe that if you charge for education, you are guaranteed to have uneducated people. I believe
Mhm.
that if you charge for healthcare, you are guaranteed to have sick people. I believe that by holding those things that are necessary for life at a cost, you are literally holding people at ransom. That you're making it so that to live, to exist, their entire life is spent figuring out how to pay for the mundane,
Right.
as opposed to how to figure out together the next pieces for humanity.
I can definitely agree with education. I can
I want everybody in the world to know as much as possible. This is so funny because it's coming from the guy that goes, hey, by the way, the real spot I've gotten to is I know nothing. I don't accept any of it. But hey, that's just me. Everybody's walk is different. But everybody should be allowed to walk it.
Walk this way. Talk this way.
Oh my God. Keep singing. Sing
I
something.
don't know the rest of it. I don't.
We'll sing something different then. Give us
Sing
a
a-
song. Sing a song, Mr. Songman.
I saw a red door and I wanna paint it black.
You know anything of yours? We're gonna get the
Sing
Stones. Sure. What can you sing?
I'm
Dance, dance! I say.
definitely not doing it now. God damn it. I'm gonna prep the whip mat. No, I'm just saying.